What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Comic Breakdown. In this video, we are jumping into Dark Web with Venom issue number 16. And if you've been following Dark Web, make sure you check out the next video I drop, because it will be the finale to the entirety of Dark Web. But when it comes to this Venom tie-in, what we have seen is Bedlam, aka Eddie Brock. He is going against his son. But we have seen that Dylan Brock, he has been upgraded. Now wielding all black, taking on the persona of Codex. We last saw the two of them facing off against one another. Now it appears that Dylan is trying to break Eddie Brock away from the hive mind, to disconnect him completely, because that is what makes Dylan Brock unique. He has the capability of taking any symbiote and cutting their source off to the hive, making them singular, making them one of their own. Recently recruiting the help of Normie, Norman Osborn's grandson, giving him a symbiote, going by the name of Red Goblin. As they fought against Bedlam, that is when Miss Marvel had arrived. Now, make sure you guys have subscribed to the channel, make sure that you like this video, and with that being said, let's dive into this breakdown. Alright gang, so we are picking up exactly where we had left off, with Miss Marvel showing up, seeing that Codex and Bedlam are going toe-to-toe. With Miss Marvel interrupting this fight, Codex turning around saying that they are kinda in the middle of something. Miss Marvel doesn't understand the situation. She doesn't understand anything that is going on. She is throwing herself into this predicament with no knowledge of what is happening. The only thing that she hears is that Codex plans to cut out the heart of Bedlam, who also happens to be his father. Asking if she has a problem with that, of course she does. But she also knows that Codex is Venom. She recognizes his voice from the last time they had talked to each other. Not sure how he managed to get darker and edgier. She kinda makes fun of him, asking if he's trying to do an impression of being a tough guy. She wants to have a conversation, but this is where Bedlam says that there is no talking, that the boy hurt him, and so the boy must die. That is when Miss Marvel, she grows her hands. She tries to pin Bedlam down to the ground, going on to say that people have forgotten. She is an Avenger. She's a champion, a secret warrior, even trying to say that she taught Cyclops some moves. With Bedlam biting into her arm, we see Miss Marvel chuck him into the Hudson. Codex trying to say, what the heck are you doing? Do you recognize what you've just done? Bedlam is severely dangerous. She's saying that it's okay because she threw him towards the Hudson. It's going to take him a minute to swim out, and when he shows up at the surface, she is going to be there to put him down. But that is when Codex drops down to his knee, putting All Black back into his body, letting us know that he can't hold this form. He can't hold the Necro Sword for this long, that it is a sword that cuts both ways. This is where it is revealed that this is in fact Dylan Brock. Miss Marvel seeing him, saying that he's just a kid. Of course, Miss Marvel is really just a kid herself, but calls herself a young adult. That is what takes us over to Pier 51, with Bedlam crawling out of the water. That is where he runs into Meridius. Meridius telling him he remembers exactly how this feels, because at one point in time, he was Bedlam. He understands the confusion, the rage, the difficulty thinking straight. This is one reason that he is so actively going after Venom, wanting his other half back. This is what he holds on to. Everything else is just Bedlam. That is where Meridius, he fixes the arm of Bedlam, letting him know that when he gets home, his only home, he is meant to have 2 arms and 2 eyes. Not liking paradoxes, he fixes this, saying that this is a down payment, that in the future he is going to need a strong right hand when the time comes. But he's not giving his eye back just yet, saying that once you are ready to join my side, I will give you your eye. but also saying that Dylan has a sword, why don't you? This is where we see Bedlam forge a chainsaw out of his arm, with Red Goblin showing up. He goes to take on Bedlam, the two of them fighting. Red Goblin tries to pin him down with some goblin webs, but Bedlam is able to cut right through them. That is where Miss Marvel and Venom show up on scene. Bedlam, seeing Venom, immediately goes after him, wanting his other half back, wanting Venom back. The fight ensuing, and to make things worse, the playground still coming to life because all of Limbo is still happening. Red Goblin and Miss Marvel focusing on the inanimate objects that have been possessed and come to life, while Venom and Bedlam, they have their fight, as Venom is just laying down the hate on Bedlam. Dylan is letting out all of his frustration. His dad left him, abandoned him, king of every symbiote in the universe, all except the one that he didn't bother with, saving every soul in the galaxy, but not checking on his own son. And even after all of that, he still wanted his father to save him, to make sure nobody would hurt them again. Thinking maybe they can end the pain right now, he pulls out All Black, saying that he is the chain breaker, and Bedlam is the chain. As he gets ready to take that sword and drive it into the chest of Bedlam, that is when Madelyne Pryor shows up, saying that they are linked and she needs his help. We see Bedlam teleported out of here. Dylan Brock furious, saying that Miss Marvel got in his way, saying that they don't understand because he was about to save his father. Miss Marvel trying to say that you could have killed him as well, that if you drove that sword into your father's heart, what would have happened if he died? You would have had to live with that for the rest of your life. But Dylan's not sure. He's not sure if he would hate himself or if he would be glad. But no matter what, he knows that this has to end. One way or another, this has to stop. Miss Marvel still refusing to turn a blind eye, but also letting him know that whatever just happened with Madelyne Pryor with Limbo, your guys' private war, it has been weaponized. It is spilling over onto all of these people who didn't ask for it. That you even took on this kid as your sidekick. Of course, Red Goblin, he definitely wanted to help. Going on to say that Miss Marvel herself is still technically a kid, but she tries to say that it is different. But she does believe that they need somebody looking out for the both of them. Right now, she needs to deal with this demonic invasion, with Red Goblin and Venom letting her know, you go deal with that. We're gonna take care of my father. That is where we pick up with Madelyne Pryor and Bedlam. She apologizes to Eddie, believing she should have taken better care of him. But now her and Chasm are opposing forces, both of them wanting different things, saying that it is her job to clean up all of this mess. Chasm opening up a portal. He is about to come. He is about to show up. He is about to lead his army from Limbo here to Earth, asking Eddie Brock if he is with her. That is where we see Chasm and the Insidious Six. And that will be the end of this issue. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. You know, I talked about it in the last issue. Miss Marvel being shoehorned into this comic is relatively disappointing. To be honest, the whole idea of Venom being tied into Dark Web has really been a letdown. Venom has been an absolutely phenomenal line. We have been jumping all over the time stream, from Kang the Conqueror to Meridius, from Finnegan to Bedlam. It has been quite an interesting journey for Eddie Brock. It has been an interesting journey for Dylan. I do feel like with this being tied into Dark Web, it's taken away from the main story that they were telling. It seems absolutely pointless to have them tied in with Dark Web, and then dropping Miss Marvel in here as if she has any purpose in anything going on with Venom or Red Goblin or anything currently ongoing, besides the fact that she is a superhero that operates in New York City. Now, I would have definitely been more on board with The idea of her being down in limbo and having to try to fight her way out. That would have been an interesting story. But instead, almost immediately, she is able to escape limbo because she's big, scary, and she talks a lot. And then her trying to interfere with everything going on with Codex and Bedlam, as if she understands anything that is actually happening, thinking that she's saving the day. But we don't know what would have happened if Eddie Brock had actually been cut away from the hive mind. This could have saved him. This could have stopped everything that is happening. But it also goes to prove that with Codex not breaking the chain, it almost appears as if Meridius is Eddie Brock's destiny. But I am happy that Dark Web is over. I am happy that Venom, the series Venom, is going to be focusing back on the main story. Back with everything going on with Meridius, the Garden of Time, and this extensive lore that they have been building up. Moreover, I am so excited to see some more Codex. But let me know your thoughts, let me know your theories. If you would like to get completely caught up on everything going on with this series, be sure to check out the link in my description as well as the top of this video. It is gonna get you completely caught up on everything happening with Venom and Dark Web. If you would like to support the channel, you can always do so by joining the channel membership. Much like Patreon, having 5 different tiers, from $1 to $50, from loyalty badges to getting free comics every single month. Not only does this help out the channel tremendously, but you are getting tons of perks in the process. Now, if you are unable to do any of that, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, like this video, hit that notification bell, and with that being said, until the next breakdown.